I have a new video for you guys because a lot has been going on in Britney's conservatorship battle. She was recently being investigated for battery after slapping her housekeeper's phone away. This is after that housekeeper stole Britney's dogs from her. And if you know Britney, you know that she loves her kids and she loves those dogs. At the same time that Britney is fighting with her father to get her dogs back, we have people out here like Mario Lopez doing interviews trying to protect Jamie Spears and claims that Britney is surrounded by good people. So let's get into it. Let's start off by talking about this dog situation because not only is it heartbreaking, but it's extremely confusing. So you probably heard the headlines last week that Britney Spears was being investigated after getting physical with one of her housekeepers, being accused of battery. There's no doubt in my mind that they ran these headlines trying to make Britney look unstable because she is in a conservatorship battle, but pretty much Britney slapped the phone out of one of her housekeeper's hands. Actually, the Ventura County Sheriff's deputies were alerted to this incident on Monday, so this housekeeper must have been really hurt, but actually there were no injuries at all. What TMZ and other media outlets are reporting is that supposedly this housekeeper came to Britney's home and they started getting into an argument because Britney hasn't seen her dogs in a minute and she's pretty sure that this housekeeper is being paid by her father to steal her dogs and take them wherever Jamie's cold heart desires. The drama is unreal because actually the housekeeper called the deputies to the house but then decided to go to the station. I wonder why. Probably because they were like, oh wait, so she slapped the phone out of your hand and that's what's going on here. And actually right down here, they're talking about whether to file a misdemeanor battery charge against Britney, which just sounds way blown out of proportion, which is very convenient for her father. I'm pretty sure Team Conservatorship would do anything to keep her in this mess. And if it means taking her dogs away from her and fully isolating her from everyone or anything that brings her joy, they will do it and they are ruthless. But Britney is a strong woman and she is calling out her father for taking her dogs away. So this has actually been going on for quite some time. So about 2 weeks ago, one of her dogs became sick and the housekeeper took that dog and Britney's other dog to the vet. The dogs never came home. Supposedly, some sources claim that the dog sitter, who's also a nurse, kept and took care of the dogs because she believed they weren't safe at Britney's home, which is kind of weird because, okay, they're trying to claim like, oh, these dogs have been like neglected or something, but like if there's a dog sitter, like a housekeeper, all these people taking care of the dog, then why isn't the dog being taken care of? But actually, Britney called the police on August 10th to report theft. Supposedly, the cops did show up to her house, but she backed off and sent them away. Here's a little snippet from some type of police log that shows that this was actually the incident that Britney called in, which says theft, and it happened again on August 10th. So Britney knew that this housekeeper had something to do with her dogs disappearing, and supposedly at one point the housekeeper expressed concern that the dogs were being neglected and showed Britney photos that she had taken on her cell phone of one of the dogs that had just thrown up. But Britney believes that the housekeeper, who gets paid by Jamie, sent Jamie the photos and he then called the dog sitter and told her to take the dogs away. The next sentence in this article kind of contradicts everything because they say that sources with direct knowledge say that Jamie is totally in the dark on what goes on in her home and he's been shut out. So if he's been shut out and he's completely in the dark, then why does he think that he's entitled to go and call and remove her dogs from the facility over one throw-up picture? Like, trust me, you guys know I'm here for the animals, but I do not believe that Britney's dogs were being neglected. And this is when it gets physical. So supposedly Britney became extremely upset and told the housekeeper she's not allowed to take photos in her home, which I'm sure that is actually a rule. Then we're told a struggle ensued and Britney knocked the phone out of the housekeeper's hands. Our Britney sources say that she merely hit the phone, but law enforcement sources say that the housekeeper alleged Britney struck her arm, which then caused her to lose grip over the phone. As of Thursday afternoon last week, Britney still did not have her dogs back, which again, like, okay, all this is happening and we still don't have the freaking dogs back. Like I said in the beginning of this video, Britney loves her dogs. She's had a few before and every time that she posts about them or they're in a photo or a video, they look happy, she looks happy, and I think she loves these dogs and she wants them to be with her at her home, and that's something I'm sure her father doesn't like because he doesn't want her to be happy. Here's an adorable picture of Britney with her son, and she wrote, "Going for a walk with my son and the dog always does wonders for my mood." She's telling us right there that she loves hanging out with her children and her dogs, which makes sense because she's a mother and she should have the right to do these things, but she doesn't. And I don't know, maybe the dogs were sick. I mean, we weren't in the home. We haven't really seen any recent photos of the dog, and actually these media outlets are reporting that one of the dogs, I guess, were pretty sick. Page 6 claims that one of the dogs were allegedly close to death, and both were dehydrated and seriously ill. So, I mean, obviously that's concerning, and supposedly both dogs require a special diet, and one has serious digestive issues. So maybe that would explain the throwing up. So the housekeeper became concerned when she saw the dogs were being fed table scraps. So I guess maybe the housekeeper saw Britney feeding the dogs table scraps, and then they're like, oh wait, this is neglect. We have to take your dogs away from you. I would be lying if I wasn't actually a little bit concerned for these dogs, because when I see dehydration and ill and close to death, I mean, that's concerning to me, especially as an animal lover. But I do know one of Britney's dogs, Hannah, actually has had health issues since 2013. Here's an article about Hannah, Britney's dog, who is a Yorkie breed, and they actually talk about her dog being ill in this article. It actually looks like, according to the article, that the dog has been sick since 2012, because they're referring to November of 2012. But it sounds like Hannah was just unresponsive, not eating, and having trouble breathing, and they took her to the vet. They actually ran a bunch of tests on Hannah, but they weren't able to figure out why she was sick. A source told Radar her condition remains unstable, and if it were not for Britney's money and ability to pay the vet bills, Hannah would be dead by now. Ugh. There are fears that the tiny Yorkie breed may be to blame, which you guys know, like breeding and all that. That's a whole nother conversation, but I get that. So I'm not exactly sure if Hannah is one of those dogs who were stolen by the housekeeper, but I do know if Hannah was sick back in 2012, 2013, she'd be about 9 or 10 years old right now. And if your girl is still kicking and she was that sick back then I mean, it would maybe make sense if the dog has some issues.
Hannah took my cheese, Hannah!
The dog ate my cheese! It's not fair!
Hannah! Banana!
Photobomb! I'm so sorry!
Wait, Mom, let me
ate
see.
all the
Mom.
cheese! Preston!
Hannah took my cheese, Hannah!
The dog ate my cheese! It's not fair!
Hannah! Banana!
But now one of the issues that the conservatorship is running into is who to blame. Because do we blame Jody Montgomery, Britney's temporary conservator, or do we blame her father, Jamie Spears, who is her conservator and pretty much makes all of the choices? Well, it looks like both of these players are trying to wipe their hands clean of this situation and act like it's not their fault. There's gotta be someone to blame though, and we're gonna figure it out. Actually, Jody Montgomery's attorney made a statement claiming that Britney's father runs this state and has hired day-to-day caretakers for Britney's pets. Which, if the dogs have caretakers of their own, then why do they need to leave the premises? That doesn't make sense to me. If the dog's dehydrated, then where's the caretaker, taking care of the animal? Not saying that Britney can't go and water, or fill up water bowls for her own dogs, but where are these people who are being hired to take care of everything? And the lawyer continues that Miss Montgomery, Jody Montgomery, has never been responsible for the care of the animals since she began working with Britney back in September 2019. So she says she's not the one to blame. Jamie and his lawyers have not given a comment on this situation, but supposedly a source says that Jody would be the one to blame because she is conservator of the person, so it's 100% her responsibility. At the end of the day, I don't care if it's Jamie's fault, Jody's fault, Jamie Lynn's fault? Like, let's just go blame Jamie Lynn for everything, okay? Just kidding. We need to give her a little break because I feel bad for little old Jamie Lynn. But anyways, supposedly the dogs have been reunited with Britney. On Friday, August 21st, Britney was reunited with her puppies, which is so sweet and cute. Honestly, what she deserves after losing her dogs for like multiple weeks now. So honestly, screw whoever did that because I am so close to my dog, Bunny, that I could never imagine someone trying to take her from me. Oh, she heard her name. She came to say hi, everyone. Oh, I love her. Can you imagine if someone tried to take you from me? Would you bite them? Oh, she's not a biter, but she's a lover, and I can't imagine ever losing my dog. Now she's like, okay, can I go now, Dad? Yes, you're dismissed. Anyways, we need to switch gears because Matthew Rosengart has been a great lawyer to Britney so far, and we love him for that. But there's a big issue when it comes down to trying to remove Britney's father from the conservatorship because we want him gone as conservator. And actually, Matthew Rosengart wants to appoint someone named Jason Rubin as Britney's new conservator. She had something to say about that. But this man has a past. Page 6 is reporting that Jason Rubin has actually tried to put his mom in a guardianship in the past. And that was something that was quite questionable. And it's something recent as well. So supposedly, Jason Rubin filed a petition in early 2020 to become the temporary guardian of his mother, Ida. I don't know who Ida is, but it looks like she has some money because there was actually a trust that was in dispute at the time that he was trying to put her in this guardianship over mental health issues. This man, Jason, claims that his mother suffered from paranoid schizophrenia and that her mental health was declining. But however, Ida, his mother, and his brother, Mark Rubin, objected to the request and claims that Ida is fully competent to handle her own medical and financial affairs. To back up Jason's claims in court, he pulled out some receipts of his mother supposedly trying to ask officers to do some to get down and dirty, which he wanted to hold against her. He also provided a physician certificate prepared by Dr. Gregory Brown that wrote that Ida needs to be in this guardianship. But after more than a year in litigation, which is a long time, Jason wasn't giving up, the judge dismissed Jason's petition based on the doctor's certificate. So that doctor provided a certificate to the court to say, this woman needs a conservatorship. But it looks like all he used to make that decision was what happened in Las Vegas with those officers where she asked them to, get down and dirty with them. He never even conducted an in-person evaluation, yet he felt confident to go and try to recommend a conservatorship. The court ultimately ruled that Ida does have mental health issues, but she can still run and handle her own life. I think the most concerning part of this story is the fact that Jason wouldn't give up. Like, he was fully determined to go and put his mother in this guardianship conservatorship. Actually, Jason went to the Supreme Court of Nevada to go and try to appeal the ruling, to try to force his mother into this, but again, the court's rulings were upheld and he was dismissed. It also looks like Jason's brother Mark has his attorney, who's also named Jason, out here defending him, and I can't imagine how this family is if, we've got the brother and the mother versus this Jason guy. It sounds extremely toxic and something that Britney doesn't need in her life, because this article acknowledges that this man is going to have a ton of power as Britney's conservator, and if he is so pressed on trying to get his own family into this mess, then how are we going to expect him to get Britney out of this? Honestly, this story breaks my heart because we were all depending and rooting on Jason because Matthew Rosengart brought him in and we thought he was our Superman lawyer, but it's starting to make me question whether he's on the right side of things. I mean, he's been doing well so far, but this is definitely a huge bump in the road, and I think it's important that we continue to question these people because we really don't know who's here for Britney, and it could be like a quick snap and this man will completely turn and keep Britney trapped for another 13 years. But let's go ahead and switch gears and talk a little bit about Mario Lopez, because this man is out here doing interviews claiming that Britney is surrounded by good people, which is completely the opposite of what she's told us in court. So which side is this man on? Let's go ahead and react to this segment from that interview.
Britney Spears, she's a pal of yours and she's someone that you've interviewed a lot. Any thoughts on what she's been going through?
I mean, I just wish her the best and hope she's happy. I happen to know her and her father and the family and their.
Ew, his smirk. He said, and her father. And watch his body language because it's extremely uncomfortable. Even when she was just asking that question, he was like looking around.
And their management and all that. She's around. She's got a lot of good people around her. So hopefully everything gets figured out and she'll be happy.
I actually want to ask you about, in particular, in 2018, you were there at the announcement in Vegas for the domination. Is there anything you can share about that day and that announcement?
It was a big announcement. I remember right in front of the hotel, and she had asked me to introduce her, and I was honored to do it. And it was quick. She was in and out.
Did she ask him, or did someone from her team hire him? I think it's more of the latter.
And then, that's how she rolls. So, but she was cool with me. So
to clarify, that announcement, it wasn't supposed to be more than that, a performance or anything like that. She just...
Not to my knowledge. They just said, would you introduce her? I said, okay. So that's all I was aware of. So.
Okay, gotcha. Have you spoken to her at all in like the past year?
No, not. It's been a minute, I think, actually. It's been a minute since I've actually spoken to her. I've been super busy too. We had the pandemic and everything.
But you feel confident that things will be moving in the right direction for her?
Yeah, I always feel. I mean, I'm an eternally optimistic guy, so I think, I think she's going to be fine.
What do you guys think Mario's intentions are by doing that interview? Comment below, because that gave me full-blown snake energy, and it makes me think if he was hired for that announcement and we knew that Britney was at such a low point in her life then maybe he's been hired for other things too. Remember that Britney's father, Jamie, has been racking up those legal bills. He spent $500,000 just on Media Matters. What does that mean? Could that be Mario Lopez doing an interview and claiming that Britney's surrounded by good people? And remember, he even said for himself that he's a friend of Jamie's. Finally, there's one more thing I would like to mention. As you guys know, Britney's been pretty active on her social medias. We don't really know if she's running it or not. I mean, we know for a fact that Cassie Petrie actually posts on Britney's page, but is she writing her captions? Honestly, I'm not too sure because they keep changing. Britney posted this caption. For some reason, I feel like the world needs to be reminded. I may dance in my living room now, but I sure as hell know who I am. Most of these accomplishments were from before the conservatorship. Nuff said. Mic drop. P.S. Kiss my white butt. And honestly, a few takeaways. She's talking about these accomplishments and they were all from before the conservatorship, which I think she's highlighting that she can do everything that she's done in her career without her father. And honestly, she's been more accomplished before the conservatorship. But that caption didn't last for long, and either Britney or someone else, probably someone else, went back and updated it to 3 kisses. And it makes me think that maybe Cassie got a call from Jamie and he was like, go get that caption, go change that caption right now. She's talking about the conservatorship and accomplishments and stuff. And now we've got 3 little kiss marks. And it makes me question what's really going on behind that Instagram account. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other video ideas for me, here's my email below. I'm going to be trying to do a podcast thing soon. I'm working on it. Technology just doesn't love me. So we're working on our relationship right now, but let's go ahead and open this P.O. Box package item. It's from SelfLoveJourney, which I'm pretty sure I've heard of them before, so I'm really excited to be opening this. If you guys want to go and check out their shop, it's going to be all listed below. This packaging is so cute. I was like, okay, I need to pick the pink one for Britney because you guys know pink is like her color and her movement. But wow, this packaging is out of this world. Okay. That's like what I'm always so impressed by these packagings because my Amazon orders, they like fall out. But every time you guys send me something, it's packaged so well. So let's go ahead and see what they've included in here. They've got a note right here. Hey Sloan, I hope you're doing amazing. My name is Tiffany and I own the Etsy shop and Instagram page SelfLoveJourneyCo. Just want to say I'm so grateful that I found your YouTube page. You keep me up to date on all the news about my favorite celebrities, as well as lift me up during these times where I spend most of my time at home. I look forward to watching your videos all the time. I get so excited when you post. Thank you for all the hard work that you put into entertaining us. We are all so thankful. Aw, and love your videos. I recently came out with some new products. I sent you my new keychains and some stickers. My goal is to help inspire others to love themselves more and to help them realize that they deserve the love they so freely give to others. Aw, That's awesome. I really love that. And it looks like viewers can get 10% off their orders with the code SelfLove. So I will list that all below. Let's go ahead and see what she sent. So we've got a little thank you card right here. The branding is amazing. Like, oh my gosh, I need a branding person, like seriously. And then she sent me this keychain right here that says, talk to yourself like you would to someone you love. Oh, that's so cute. And then we've got this one right here, which says, no one is you, and that's your power. Aw, I love these, and they're so like stylish, like very modern and future type. And then we've got some stickers right in here. Oh my gosh, it's packaged so well, so I kind of don't want to open it, but let's go ahead and do it. Let's take a look at a few of these. So I've got this one. I don't have to be anyone but myself. Cute. Today I will not stress over things I cannot control. Yes, a cacti. And then reminder, it's just a bad day, not a bad life. Oh, that's so cute. Let's end on that note. Thank you so much, Self Love Journey. Everything will be listed below. That's all right. Okay, yeah, SelfLoveJourneyCo. So go and check them out, and I will see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.